Chance, Australia's first breast cancer detection dog. I want to share with you the journey I've had so far from the start of this exciting project to where we are today and what we're aiming for in the future. So you know a little bit more about me. I am a full-time professional dog trainer, and for over 25 years I have trained thousands of dogs in obedience, personal protection and detection training. I am also an international speaker giving presentations in countries including the United States, Asia and New Zealand, covering subjects from dog bite prevention training to detection dog training for clients including police, military, animal control officers and pet owners. There is also quite a list of detection dogs that I have trained, including search and rescue dogs, Australia's first cadaver dogs, as you may remember at the Ivan Milat backpacker murders in the Belangolo State Forest, arson detection dogs, narcotic detection dogs, including the world's youngest narcotic detection dog at 11 weeks of age, and explosive detection dogs. Okay, there's just a few more. The world's first 3 cane-toed detection dogs, Nifty, Aussie and Rusty, the world's first red-eared slider turtle and egg detection dog, Angus, the world's first and second koala detection dogs, Oscar and Maya, and the world's first quoll detection dog, Sparky. This now brings me to one of the greatest challenges of my dog training career, Chance, Australia's first breast cancer detection dog. For many years, I was fascinated about stories of dogs detecting cancer in their owners, and that some people were training dogs to find different forms from melanomas to bowel cancer. I received a telephone call one morning from Dr. Peter Norman, who also owns, with his wife Barbara, Lakeview Kennels, a Labrador breeding facility. Dr. Norman asked if I can come round as he had something of major importance to speak to me about. 15 minutes later, we were in his kitchen where he showed me a Labrador magazine with a feature story of cancer detection dogs from England. Dr. Norman then said something that I'll never forget, and I quote, "If I can have one legacy after I'm gone, and that is to do something for humanity, the cancer detection dogs may save lives not just here in Australia, but in several third world countries," unquote. So with that, we agreed. We will work together and make the cancer detection dogs in Australia a reality. Over the next 4 years, Peter and I had made many meetings, including the professor from the University of Queensland, the director of surgery at Redcliffe Hospital, and the senior director of the Cancer Screening Services Unit. I knew that I'd have to make the journey to England to gather the last info I need before I start the project. Unfortunately, Dr. Norman's health deteriorated, so with his wife Barbara, we moved to palliative care. I visited them regularly and updated them on my progress. But sadly, on February 19th, 2011, Dr. Peter Norman peacefully passed away with his family by his side. It was also exactly 4 years to the day Peter and I had first met with a cancer specialist when we told him of our plans. At Dr. Norman's funeral, during the tribute speech, I announced that the Cancer Detection Dog program will continue and it will be named the Dr. Peter and Barbara Norman Cancer Detection Dog Program. A few days later, I received a call from Dr. Norman's son, Jamie, who informed me that after talking with his sisters, would like to sponsor my trip to England to continue my research. On June 15th, 2011, I arrived in England to meet the great Dr. John Church and the Cancer Detection Dog team. They were all very open and helpful, and it was very clear to me why they were the best in the world. It was such an honour and a privilege to be able to spend a week with them and study their procedures and training, and I thank them for the hospitality. I also managed to do some sightseeing in this magnificent country. The entire trip was a complete success. After testing several dogs for the program, including Sparky, now the quoll detection dog, a lady came into our kennels with a foxy called Chance. She says the dog was out of control, so she took it to the pound. The lady's son found out and told her to go back to the pound and pick up Chance and get him trained, so she did. Only hours before Chance was due to be put to sleep. Well, we tested Chance. He was fantastic, the perfect dog for this program. After another 14 days of intense testing and training, I confirmed that Chance is going to be Australia's first cancer detection dog. We were able to announce this at a carnival where we were invited to, hosted by Peter Everett and David Graham. Kits were then made up and given to my doctor so we can start collecting samples. The training tables and pods were tested and failed. Several changes had to be made until we got it right. Now we have everything we need. The knowledge, the training room, the samples, and of course, Chance. Chance has now completed the first stage of his training, and on March 8, 2012, which is International Women's Day, Chance passed the first milestone and is now able to correctly identify a right breast cancer sample and ignore several non-cancer samples, including non-cancer left breast and leg samples from the same woman. Training with Chance will continue for most of 2012.